Okay, hey everybody. I'm here with my buddy Jordan, or 21 Jordan fan. I finally got that right. And we're going to do a little bit of a late Raw recap, but, well, stuff came up and we got whatever. But this is going to be a Raw recap for the week of 27th, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Let me see that. Alright. First segment we got King in the ring, gets in the ring and demands Punk give him an apology. But Punk says no and challenges him to a match and starts bashing Memphis wrestling. I wanted to jump through the TV at this point. Because this is stuff I grew up watching.
Was it time for the first match?
Yeah.
Ryback
versus Swag.
Okay. Yeah. It was not really bad of a match, but Ryback wins.
Yeah, and it would be a good match if one thing did not happen. Did you see the botched back body drop?
Oh, yeah.
He goes to back body drop him, and Swagger just about lands on his head. It would have been good, except for that part right there. I mean, decent match, except for Feed Me More almost had more to feed on. And then we got just a crap Divas match. This was just a bad segment. Natalya, I mean, they're just calling her Natalya, but she's not friggin' Natalya Neidhart. I mean, we all know who her daddy is and what her family does. And versus Layla, I'll talk about this here in a minute with Vicky. Vicky tells them to hurry up. Basically, Layla wins. Vicky wants to be GM. If that does, I swear I might quit watching wrestling. I have to think about it. Instead of AJ. AJ gets mad because, Vicky calls her mentally unstable child, and then AJ proceeds to skip down to the ring and beat the ever-living dog snot out of her.
Yeah, pretty much that happened. So what was next?
Huh?
Oh, what was next?
Anger management.
Oh, yeah, the segment. Okay.
The first anger management.
David Bryan says, he don't know why he's in anger management classes. Yeah.
And then goes ballistic on a kid wearing a goat face mask.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other part before this. Jerry, the King, accepts Punk's challenge.
And goes right back to it.
Well, that's just the first part. of it. And, all through this hour, there are, pieces of Triple H, vignettes. But I didn't think they were real worth documenting. Yes. Okay. Now we come to hour number 2. AJ says that Punk versus King. The Punk versus King match will be a fan interaction match. It can be a tables match, no DQ. It was no DQ, right? And cage.
Yeah, it was.
Alright. Anger management.
Okay, there was that. Then, the manager says, there's another guy coming in a few minutes. For it. And it came.
Yeah. And the monologue.
Yeah, and Kane was actually telling about his whole story. Part after part after part.
Yeah, and he mentioned one part I did not think they would actually have the balls to mention. The Katie Vick storyline. I can't believe they mentioned that. Because that's some everybody says, no.
And the people were afraid of Kane, who looks on their faces.
Well, wouldn't you be? And now, we have a special guest for this next segment. Somebody who I'll introduce this special guest here in a second. But Santino beats Heath Slater, which I have a problem with a little bit of what Santino does, just a little bit. He rips somebody off. That being the hardcore icon, Mick Foley. And people who don't believe me, say, I have my friend here, Mr. Sacco. Hi, everybody. Did rip off the cover up from you and Mick Foley?
Yes.
He ripped me off. He ripped me off from Mick Foley. And the cover up, I understand why the Cobra is attracted to Oksana. I would be too. But that's all I'm going to say. See you later. Brutus Clay.
Then we get to Brutus Clay. Tag team match. Eddie James with Sin Cara versus Cody Rhodes and hallelujah.
The Triple H wannabe. Let's just be honest. The Triple H and the Genius wannabe. Because you put Angelo Poffo and Triple H in a pot, you stir them all up, and you get Damien Sandow. I'm sorry.
Yes, Let's see. Cody Rhodes was going for the mask again, and never mind. Yeah, he was going for the mask, and he tried to take it off, literally almost, and Sin Cara tagged Clay, and then Cody got in, and Sin Cara kicked hallelujah, and Brutus Clay scored Cody Rhodes.
And speaking of Brutus Clay, one of the Funkadactyls is in a whole lot of trouble. One of them is in, basically, Jordan, do you have the report pulled up yet?
Yeah.
One of the fucking dactyls gets arrested for basically DWI or public intoxication or something like that, or public intoxication or DUI or something like that. She was drunk and she got arrested for it. Don't believe me? Here's Jordan to tell you what happened in the DMV report.
Yeah, this was also at 2 in the morning, pretty much. She was booked by a DWI and, it was on Friday morning. And it was twice the legal limit.
She was drunk.
And why not? Oh, that's too much. And here's the much.
Looking at funny, ain't you?
I think that's all.
Yeah. And now we come to the Archery versus Daniel Bryan match. Go ahead.
No.
Say it, Jordan, okay. Say it. You know you want to. Just go ahead and say it.
Yes. No.
Go ahead and cover this match. I know you're
this match was probably maybe not one word, but maybe so. This was a comedy match, I'm gonna have to say. It started okay, and then when they went to outside the ring, Kofi was also on commentary.
He fist bumped little Jimmy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about, brother? When you're fist bumping a little bit of, basically a little person, imaginary person, WWE Classics, this match ain't gonna make.
Yeah. As soon as they go outside, Archer was talking on a microphone, and he's talking to little Jimmy about the crowd and where they're from, until he says, yes, yes, yes. And then Michael Cole's on commentary also saying, oh no, Daniel's gonna lose it. And he did. Going no, no, no to everyone, and not even paying attention.
Not to everyone, just to the plant in the crowd.
Yeah, that's another thing. And while he was distracted, the referee was counting 9 and 10, so the ring out. And the look on Daniel Bryan's face afterwards, after he lost a match.
So the anger management is really working.
And what was the thing for next week? I just can't wait for it. Something with art. I think it was.
Huh?
I think they would have to make an art sculpture or something for next week.
Oh yeah, dude, that ain't this hour, brother. That's next. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at, but not this hour yet. We ain't get it yet. We got one more segment to go before we get to anywhere near. We got the basically, John, I don't know if you're around that if this is around your time in wrestling yet, but when basically Triple H lost his smile, to steal a phrase from Shawn Michaels. Have you heard the I lost my smile line? Which the Triple H foe, I don't know if I'm returning or not. Basically, he was ripping off his buddy Sean, and basically the boy lost his smile. Let's just be honest, he lost his smile, yes he did. But people who think he's retiring after this, come the frig on. Why would he retire after? Yeah. Alright. 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 And why would he retire after a crap match with Brock Lesnar? Because honestly, from what I heard, this wasn't a very good match. And why would he end his career against somebody like Brock? Cameron honestly really very. Brock ain't really anybody's friend backstage. Why would he retire after that? I mean, but I've talked to you about who I think his last match should be against. I thought it should have been against two guys. He should just hung them up after the Hell in a Cell last year, or Shawn's come out of retirement for one match only at WrestleMania, and then just tear the house down. That's just me. I mean, Shawn said he would come out of retirement for a special reason. What more than one of his best friends with retirement matches? Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Now, that's about all I gotta say about the crap fake retirement. Except for, he was wearing a cast on his arm. And I've said this a few times. The Kimura is not a breaking of the arm move. It is a shoulder freaking lock. I don't know if he slipped on some tiles at home or something, but he did not do any damage to this area of his arm with that, because all he did, it focuses the pressure right here, not here. I mean, daggone. And we're at the Ziggler, Del Rio versus RKO and Sheamus match.
Can you please do the Del Rio for everyone?
Alberto Del Rio! I can do it louder, but my parents are going to sleep.
Yeah. This was actually, again, not bad of a tag team match.
I have one thing to say. It's sad when a guy who's trying to lose weight has better abs than Alberto Del Rio. You gotta admit, Alberto has gotten a little softer in the middle. He used to be kind of, but now he's kind of like me. Except for I can get a little bit of definition right there. Him, no.
Do you want to cover the Ziggler promo before with Jericho?
Oh yeah, it was stupid. Basically, he comes out to Jericho's music. No Ziggler thing.
Yeah.
She says she's gonna try to take over the general manager spot. God, I hope not. I hope they stay away from heel general manager for a while. Especially sucky ones like Vicky, because It's been proven. Vicky does not work as a Raw GM. It just does not work. I'm sorry, WWE, it just don't. Well, it'd be different if it was a McMahon heel, because, like, Stephanie's good at being heel. I know she got babies at home, but still. And Ziggler says, you will never, ever, trying to mock Jericho, see Chris Jericho again. Really? Yeah, we will. That's just their way of getting rid of Jericho so he can go on tour with his band Fozzy, you idiot. You Billy Gunn wannabe.
And in this talking guys, the ending came when Rio distracted the referee. Yeah. And Ricardo Rodriguez slides the Money in the Bank to Ziggler. Randy right behind him catches him.
With a what? What are we going with? Like an ultimate backbreaker or something?
Backbreaker or something.
Yeah, there's a name for it. It's like where he basically Coach says, basically he's facing towards my arm, and they do. Oh, he's a backcracker.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Look, it looked like it hurt.
Yeah, because the Money in the Bank was flying, and then when Ziggler was so dazed and confused, he got kicked his head off by Sheamus, and Sheamus won.
Fella, he kicked his arse. Okay. I think we got a anger management comment for this next part.
Okay.
But I don't have it.
Does the Mac come first, or?
I think, since Kane's out there, I don't think this comes first. I think the anger management thing comes first, so.
Yeah. Okay, after Kane is done with the recon, I don't know why I said that, he, talks about maybe why he's angry, Dave Bryan leaves, and he leaves someone behind.
And who is if he looks familiar, he used to work for, the real dude's name, his ring name is Scorpio Sky. He's now Daryl. The dude gets beat up by Kane. Don't touch me, which, everybody knows that Kane does not like being touched.
Yeah.
No, it's never worked out very well. Okay, now we're on to Kane sits on commentary, and basically Josh Matthews hightails it out of there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically, he got crap paid out of him. And Cole's gonna shut up. For the David Zack Ryder versus David Otunga match, which honestly, I think Kane talked way too much on commentary.
What?
Kane didn't say a word, no. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say nothing. I guess he will met his words per Raw limit or something.
And it did make it funny when Michael Cole was talking about therapy. He didn't say anything, which made it better.
You know they're going to have charged in there somewhere down the line. Anger management, Charlie Sheen, Daniel Bryan, winning. And then he basically Kane gets in the ring, throttles Zack Ryder. Then he lets Zack Ryder go, and somehow he's able to get a hold of Mr. Baby Oil.
Pretty much, probably.
And choke slam. And that's it, that segment.
And Zack Ryder wins. If you didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. We had a backstage segment. Backstage, and the WWE backstage segment, the fans say, oh yeah, wait a minute, hang on here. The board of directors says, basically, AJ says at Night of Champions, Punk will face John Cena. Whoop-de-friggin' do. Wait a minute.
Which was predictable, which makes it boring. Saying something.
Which, we missed something on the second hour.
Match between Cena and The Miz. Yeah, pretty much Cena got The Miz in the AA and won. Nothing really special.
Whoop-de-friggin' do.
And that's probably why we missed it.
Yeah, and basically the results for the Raw fan, basically the fans chose the cage match. You can take it now.
And yes, I did vote for the steel cage match.
I saw that.
I was bored. The main event was next.
Yeah.
It was Punk versus Lawler, and Punk offered the King a chance to go for the first punch, and he did. And Punk, sure enough, turned it around. And,
King knocked him to the floor.
Yeah. And he almost beat him too, but the champion still.
He's new champion still.
Oh no.
After 9 freaking months, he's still a new champion. To quote The Miz, really? Really?
Okay, and Punk was still Punk somehow got control by something. A kick to the head. Okay.
Oh, and something I wanted to mention. Somebody got a new haircut for TV. CM Punk done went straight edge again and took the straight edge of his razor and went across his head.
They did look cool. And then somehow Lawler got Punk opened up a little bit, and a referee decided to put a glove on.
I'll tell you how he did it. I'll tell you how you did it. CM Punk had a blade hidden in that wrist tape of his.
Yep.
Pulled the tape back, had a razor blade up in there, right? Took it across his head. That's where all the blood comes from. And instead of letting it just go down like much more, he had to wipe it away because, this is we're fighting with the Disney Channel. We can't have no blood up in a cage match. Oh no!
And sure enough, Punk got a submission on the King, so King had to tap out of the GTS. And here's another rant I have.
Jordan, you mean the Anaconda Vice?
Yeah, the Anaconda Vice, my bad.
You can't really tap out from the GTS.
Oh, yeah.
So they go to sleep.
And I guess this other rant I have is, sure enough, Punk keeps on attacking him, and Super Cena tries to rescue Lawler when he tells him to raise the cage. Is Cena actually stupid?
You want me to answer
he
that?
Cannot climb the cage and get to Punk. Explain that one.
He's Super Cena. He can't do anything wrong.
Well, he did. And Punk just walks away when they raise the cage up, and CM Punk also said best in the world and ran out. And Cena got out.
And this Raw, all I gotta say is, really, that's the best you can do. Really.
For 3 hours long.
Honestly, I'd look at a friggin' root canal. Then watch this thing over again. Good God.
What rate do you want Raw for?
Huh?
What rate do you give Raw?
2 out of 10.
I'll say, just a 5 out of 10. Half of it, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I'll go 5 out of 10, and that's pushing it. But honestly, it was way too kiddie this week. Just way too kiddie. And now we go on to a little bit of other wrestling news. First, Slick Rick is getting away from the second wife to beat the hell out of him. Then the Dudley boys look like they live in TNA. And we got, Ken Shamrock might be in a little bit of trouble. Look up, Joe Newman, look up Ken Shamrock on TMZ.
Just loading it on my app.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. and everybody to get up on, he was accused of assaulting, battering a woman.
That he thought was a man.
He saw two women fighting.
One of which he thought was a man.
Oh, God. Oh, good God.
Oh, and one other thing. Congratulations to Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker, and Michelle McCool, aka Michelle Calloway. They're new parents now.
You know what they named the baby?
Huh?
Do you
yeah.
know what?
Hang on. I'll be able to find it here in a second. Kara Faith Calloway. K-A-I-A, Kia Faith Calloway. Guess what her initials are?
Oh, no.
KFC.
Oh, I thought you said rest in peace. Oh.
You got anything else?
Nothing really. Just glad while it's over.
Yeah. I hate when we have to say that, but dang. Vince retired. Step down. Let Triple H take over. Too much control for you. Anyway, well, check out Jordan's channel, 21 Jordan Fan. And if you have any, subscribe to him too. If you have any questions for me, please message me on Facebook or comment on that status. Or if you're on YouTube, message me. Please subscribe, by the way. Video comment. Or just comment on the video. And finally, email me at LanceMossTV at, that's all one word, at gmail.com. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Say bye, Jordan.
Bye.
Bye.